Hi everybody, it's Julie, and I just realized I never showed you the fully embellished fairy fun journal. This is the Stashbuster, my first Stashbuster challenge journal, and so it is available in my Etsy shop at a Stashbuster price. There's only one, there's only gonna be one. So yeah, because there's only one of this image. So I have a video where I showed you this journal totally blank, and now I have decorated it. I have added some flowers. This is a book paper rose that I made with a bead center, and there's that. And this was from, I think this was from the Booksmiths challenge. I think that was left over from that. So this has a large pocket in the beginning. We have one of, I think it's, oh gosh, Mary Baker Flower Fairies. This was the autumn book. The cover, yes, let's see, it's right here. The rest of the cover is right here. Cicely Mary Barker. So the cover was sitting here, so I went ahead and cut that off and added it onto some of that noisy green paper. This is from the, it's for painting. It's for masking off painting, and it's at Lowe's and Office Depot. So here's a collaged pocket using the Flower Fairy. It's Fairies, Flowers, Flutter, and Flowers digital kit from Dearjuliejulie, and a note paper and some little cards there. This is a leftover journaling card from Lindsay's shop, Nevermore Creations. I made an envelope out of some origami paper, and it has this little green, pretty little green note in it. And then I had ripped this. I don't know if I used it somewhere in here or what, but it was on the desk. And there's that. This is the pretty little pansy stickers that you might remember from one of the videos. And here is note paper. I have used the fairy quotes from the Dearjuliejulie Etsy shop, and they are placed, strategically placed on, like some of them on the top, some of them on the bottom, some of them in the middle, and you'll find them throughout. So we have a pocket here, and then this pocket here has just a yellow index card in it. Here we have one of the images from the Fairy and Friends digital from Dearjuliejulie. So there are two separate digitals. We have a pocket inside of a pocket with a tag inside of this pocket and a little tag inside of this pocket. It's been sewn, and I made this pocket using my Cricut. So there's that. Here's another image from the Fairy Flutter and Flower digital kit from Dearjuliejulie. I have a belly band here, and it was cardstock and then a piece of calendar on top. I did a little bit of the pansy here, and we have this tag, some more of the fairy words, a large pansy card, the little gnome paper. I added some of the pansy sticker here, a note paper with butterflies here. This was a die cut from, I think this is from the Sunflower kit at Dearjuliejulie, but it was left over, already fussy cut on my desk. This is a little flip that I made here using some note papers. This is an image from the Fairy and Friends collection, and it is a pocket. Okay, so it is a pocket, and then right here you'll see that really pretty image. That this paper is from Lindsay Zenor, Nevermore Creation 17. It's from her Light the Way, and this didn't match my Light the Way journal I was making, so I saved it and I used it in this fairy journal. I have a forget-me-not. It says forget-me-nots. These are not forget-me-nots, but I wanted to put it in here because forget-me-nots is where the nursery for the fairies is. So Then we have this note paper with the butterfly. I've added a butterfly here. We have a pocket here with Feeling Free. It's a postcard with this little thing here so that you can, so you know that it comes out. We have a pocket here. This is made from a place card. So there, it was folded in half, so there will be 2 of that. We have a tag made on one of the fairy book covers. A little tag from, this image, this image, this image, this image are all from the Fairy, Flutter, and Flower digital kit at Dearjuliejulie. So this is an interesting pocket. This page is a 12 by 12 paper, and you fold it, and then you get this pocket here, you get this pocket here, and then of course you get the same thing on the other side. I just cut some note paper and it's in here. Here we have a little collage with a tuck space down below here, some calla lilies and a little notebook. And these are both images. That's Rose and that's Little Rose. And they are in the Fairy, Flutter, and Flower digital kit. So this side we have some begonias. It says Seeds for Your Garden. I made this tag. And there's also, oh, this one we didn't do a pocket, which is odd for me. We have a flinch card. This is also a digital kit in Dearjuliejulie, the numbers 1 through 31. Here I printed it at, I'm going to say, is it 3.5? It's either 3.5 by 5 or 5 by 7. So, you know, full size is regular playing card size. Where is she? There she is. That would be what it would if you've printed it full size. So this is printed at 5 by 7, and it's just the cards. But they are the numbers 1 through 31, and it is a great kit, awesome to use for ephemera. Here we have a little gnome paper and some ledger paper, some more fairy words. This is on some paper that looks like handmade paper, but then we have this little card here with another image and one of the small images added up here as a top or a tab from the Fairy, Flutter, and Flower. And then this was from Webster's Pages. I'm trying to use up all these little squares, and so I had made this in my embellishment video for the challenge in the challenge. Okay, so this is for a challenge. It's for the Spring Stashbuster Junk Journal Challenge that I'm doing with Kara Brandon. And right now we're trying to make as many as we can. You just have to make one to be in the challenge, and the rules are use your stuff, no buying. It's very simple. We have a Facebook group, Spring Stashbuster Junk Journal Challenge, and you can join us there and come on in, and there are prizes and it's lots of fun. So here's another image on cardstock from the Fairy, Flutter, and Flowers. Another, All You Need Is Faith, Trust, and a Little Pixie Dust. That's from the fairy quote in the Dearjuliejulie Etsy shop. We've got some Holy Polka dotted paper, some ledger paper with some more of the little pansies. This is like 20 years old, maybe older than that. I've had it in my stash for a long time. This really pretty note paper, and then this is the center of the signature, and I just added some little trinket-y things. It made me think of fairies because, you know, I think they're kind of like the Little Mermaid, and they probably gather all the little things and take it back to their little place, and so maybe that's some of the things that they've gathered. I made this little tiny notebook here, and it has the little image in the center. In this kit, there's actually a page that is ephemera, and you get a lot of these little images that you can use for other things. So this image is also from that. We have a little tuck space here, also from that kit, and she is one of the tags from the kit. We've just added the butterfly. This was from some a scratch paper, because remember, we're junked Stashbuster. This is from cutting hearts with my Cricut. This is what's left over, and I fussy cut some and used them throughout this kit, and then I just stapled them on and tried to make the staple the body. Okay, so that's the center. More ledger paper. We have the Fairy Visions music card with all those beautiful butterflies, and it just fits there. We have some note paper here. Another another quote: "Deep within the winter forest, among the snowdrift wide, you can find a magic place where all the fairies hide." Perfect for right now, with all the snow that people may be having. We have this border paper here, and so this is a border, and I used a tag and the fairy soap ad. So it says, "Fairy, have you a little fairy in your home?" And it has an ad in here for fairy soap, and I just washied over the word soap. This is part of the tag sheet from the Fairy Flutter and Flower. This is from Lindsay's and Nora's shop. It's a card that was in my stash after making my one of my design team projects. We have Lily here. So, and then another one: "The wall is silence, the grass is sleep, tall trees at peace their vigil keep, and the fairy of dreams with moth wings furled plays soft on her flute to the drowsy world." Ida Rintoul. So this can open up. Here we have this cool paper. This is from wrapping paper. We have this from Bingo. This was from one of the papers, just a piece. We have this tag that we made, and this tag, and there is Daisy. Okay. And another embellishment. Here's the other side of the begonia page. We have a pocket here. There's the ripped paper, and so I made a tag that says "Today," and then also you get a wildflower card and note paper on the back, and it is the 8 of Spades, and it is Glacier Lily, which it just really looked like something that would be in a fairy garden, like where they would live, I thought. More calla lilies. Here's the bottom of the guest receipt. I usually like to make a small pocket with it and catch, you know, maybe a gold trinket. And Daisy. So there's Daisy. And then we also have this little, there's an orange scallop here too. Because, you know, you gotta have a variety of things. Okay, so this was the back of the little fairy book that I've been using, and I put the pansies on there. I just liked this. I thought it needed to come in here and embark with some bling. And here's the other side of that fancy folded 12 by 12. Get just a little card in here. This does come with some stuff so that you might be able to embellish that card if you want to. We have some note paper here held on with a flat paper clip that's poppy. Here, this image is from the Fairy and Friends digital kit in the Dearjuliejulie shop, and I don't know if he's fishing with the boot or if he caught the boot, but because it's not like he's only wearing one boot. So there's frogs and there's fish, and it says "By and By," and we have a decorated guest check that's been coffee dyed in heart with a heart pan. Here's another one of the tags. This is the rose tag, and I added a butterfly there. Got washi tape here. Here is the other side of Lindsay's paper, and I sprinkled that with my Tattered Angels, the gold one. Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. I love, it's so fine. So then here is a little flip on some ledger paper. Down here we have a little tiny tuck flip with violet and another one of the Webster's Pages cards. Here's another image from Lindsay's Light the Way kit and another note paper. Okay, add some pansies there. Here is the large pansy card, and I went ahead, and here's the other ripped paper, and I made a pocket and added some items in this pocket. So we have the butterfly card with some note paper on the back. We have the blue cornflower. She might be a bachelor button. I'm not really sure which one she is, but she's there. And then this tag is in there also. And we have a little teeny tiny book with an even teeny tinier, there's violet in the center of the book. So little teeny tiny journal there. Okay, here we have this picture frame. Says Life Itself is the Most Wonderful Fairy Tale by Hans Christian Andersen. You've got this here that comes out, and here's the other place card, and I made it into a tag, and it's just sitting in here. So I had these and I fussy cut this out, this frame, so that I could use these in here as well. Here's some of that, another piece of the paper, and using it as the edge, and it makes it stronger. Here's some of the napkin. I had put napkin on the fairy book pages, and I made this side tuck, and it's just holding some images from a cardstock book. And there's Lily. And then we have this large belly band that comes down the center. I've glued it in the center here and on the top and the bottom, and added in some of the tags that I make with my Cricut. And so those are there. And then inside these other journaling cards, this is a pocket as well, and we have little tags made with images from the Fairy Flutter and Flower kit. And they just fit right in there. Okay, and there's Rose. And someday you will be old enough to start reading fairy tales again. C.S. Lewis. So I did glue down the center of here, and there's also 2 tags here. So there's a lot of stuff in here. A fairy's child. Every fairy child may keep 2 strong ponies and 10 sheep. All have houses of his own, built of brick or granite stone. They live on cherries, they run wild. I'd love to be a fairy's child. Robert Graves. So this is another one of the quotes from the fairy quote. And the fairy quotes are done on just a sheet, but then they're also formatted to be on your paper like this. So this one would have on the right-hand side of your page, it would have this, and this would be on the left-hand side. Okay, and there's several pages of it, as you can see. So I thought that was kind of fun. Next we have another little tuck, and there is a spot here that you could put something in there. And then up here we have Double Daisy, and she is in a picture frame. It's a little tag in a picture frame on that green paper. And then we have violets here. We have a tag with Double Daisy on it, and it is also got more paper to write on in the inside. We have another tag here. This is your ephemera. It's all kinds of other images and things that you can use. There's a couple, it's scraps, but there's all kinds that match and that you'll be able to use in your journal, as well as this tag that you'll be able to make for yourself. So this is the back pocket, and it's a large pocket, and it is a sewn cover. The material is actually usually really quite colorful. I'll show you. This is what the fabric looks like, but I turned it over and I used the wrong side to be able to make this journal. And I wanted to use that because that piece of scrap was out. Oh, that's actually the that's the end of the gold string. We don't want to pull that. So this is very fun. It is my first Stashbuster junk journal for the Spring Stashbuster Junk Journal Challenge. It is available now in my Etsy shop at a very special Stashbuster price. There is only one very fun junk journal, and it is available now. Find something to celebrate every day. Join us in the scrapbook or the Spring Stashbuster Junk Journal Challenge group on Facebook, and I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for being here. Bye.